Hello everyone, and welcome to my long-awaited, maybe, I don't know if it really is for you all, but it feels that way to me anyways. I am finally bringing you guys my review of the NARS Narsissist Loaded Eyeshadow Palette. This is a limited edition palette, so I tried my best to get this review out there for you guys, you know, within the time limit where you can go ahead and purchase this for yourself if you are wanting to. I did include this in my last Best and Worst of Beauty video, and like I mentioned in that video, it's not the greatest eyeshadow palette ever. Like, I really do think a lot of my love for this palette, I mean, the colors are gorgeous. Like, please, don't get me wrong. Look at those colors. They are absolutely beautiful. But I had never tried NARS eyeshadows before, at least not to my knowledge. So this was a first experience for me. This was the first time I've, like, been interested enough in one of their eyeshadow palettes where I'm like, all right, 'tis the time, you know? So I bit the bullet, and I'm happy with my purchase, personally. Do I think this is worth the price? No, I really do not. I will have the price per gram comparisons and everything here on the screen for you guys if that's helpful for you in seeing whether or not this is gonna be a palette that'll be worth your money. This is a $59 eyeshadow palette, you know, and you're getting 12 pans. That's not a great value in my eyes, you know, grams aside and everything. Just sitting here and being like, all right, I get 12 shadows and it's gonna cost me about 60 bucks. Like, this is an expensive eyeshadow palette, and in my eyes, you're paying for the name brand, you know? Like, you are paying for the fact that this has NARS written all over it. And it's gorgeous, like I said, you know, it's got a gorgeous packaging to it. It's got the nice, huge, big mirror in there. It's also got the cool gold mirrored front to it. It's got the shade names on the back. The packaging is a bit thicker, but I think the packaging is gorgeous. It's really super sturdy, you know, and it's just gorgeous overall. And like I said, I mean, the color selection is gorgeous. Like, how much can I shove this in your face and be like, look at the prettiness? It's got a good mix of like warm shades and cool shades in here, so whatever your cup of tea might be, this has got it covered. And I do feel like you can get really pretty looks out of this. I got this look from the palette. It will be included in the mini tutorials coming up shortly here, but like, I really do feel like you can only get a few looks out of this palette. They're gonna be gorgeous looks, but you can only get a few. And now granted, by a few, I mean you can probably get, you know, like 9, 10, however many looks out of this palette, but they're all going to be very close variations on the same type of look. You know, I just don't feel like these are super duper versatile. Like I said, you're getting the same kind of look each time, but I do think, you know, you can push it from a super daytime type look, and then you can also get a smokier look like this. Like, there are options. I just feel like, you know, these colors, they're nothing special, like, in the sense that we've never seen this kind of a color combination palette before. We've seen it before, surely, but I mean, I just, like, for me, this was a treat for me, and I've really been enjoying it for a treat. But, you know, if I think you're balling on a budget and you feel like you already have these eyeshadows, you probably do. Like, I don't know if these are consistent to NARS eyeshadows because, like I said, this is the first time I've worked with them. I feel like they are good eyeshadows, but I don't feel like they're fantastic, like blow me out of the water or anything. For the most part, they blend out mostly easily. There's a few shades, like, you know, this deeper one here, it's got a lot of fallout to it. This matte brown one, like, come on NARS, for 60 bucks, I think you could have given us a better matte brown than that. But otherwise, these other shades are all very smooth, very creamy, very pigmented. You know, these two glittery ones, I feel like they give off more of like a foiled overlay kind of a look, which I personally like. I think they're fun to work with that way. Most of these end up blending very nicely, but I do think you have to work with a few of them a bit more than you would have to blend with other eyeshadows. I mean, does that all make sense? So for me, like I said, this palette is worth it to me just because I wanted to treat myself. But I do think you can get the same quality for cheaper, you know what I mean? In other eyeshadow palettes or other eyeshadow companies, whatever. This is definitely a treat yourself palette in my eyes. But if you are treating yourself or you're treating someone else, I think this palette is a delight. You know, like, it's just, this palette is for a specific person, and I think if you are tempted by this palette and you think it's really pretty looking, I don't think you're gonna be like ultra disappointed if you go into it with a mindset of this is a treat. This is not something that's gonna become like a holy grail staple magnificence type of a palette. Does that make sense? I hope I'm like selling this correctly. Like, I'm not trying to sell you guys anything, I never am, but I hope that just makes sense and helps if you are kind of on the fence about this palette. You're not sure if you want to get it for yourself. The eyeshadows wear absolutely beautifully. Like, these last all day on me. I do, as I always say, have to wear a primer and everything underneath them, but I have to do that with every single eyeshadow ever created because otherwise they're gonna crease and whatever. But if it's a crappy eyeshadow, even if I do put a primer underneath it, it's still gonna fade and crease throughout the day a little bit. But these eyeshadows, they do not crease on me. They fade the tiniest bit, like maybe 5% by the end of the day. But overall, I think these wear absolutely beautifully. And you know, I've been enjoying this palette for what it is. Maybe once we hop into the swatches and the mini tutorials, you all will be able to form a better opinion for yourselves. So let's go ahead, let's hop into those, and I will just be seeing you all at the very end of the video here. So, enjoy.
This is my song. This is my song. No one can take it away.
This garden universe vibrates complete. Some we get a sound so sweet. Vibrations reach on up to become light. And then through gamma, out of sight, of sight, of sight, of sight. Between the eyes and the ears there lie the sounds of colour. The sounds of colour.
There are my full thoughts, there's my reviews, my tutorials, my swatches, everything on this NARS Narsissist loaded eyeshadow palette. Like I said, it is a limited edition according to NARS, so if you are thinking about getting this, you know, better now than never, I guess. I just really hope that this review video of mine was able to help you to better form an opinion on this palette, whether you want it or not. If this video was helpful and or enjoyable for you, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. I would love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!